I know it's February, but it is still technically the beginning of the year, so we can still reflect on our 2024 writing goals. It isn't too late to plan our 2025 writing plans and author business, so let's get into it. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Christina, and I make content about writing and self-publishing and random things here and there. So if that interests you, click thumbs up and let's get into the video. So all the prompts I'm about to share with you are from Sarah Cannon's Heart Breathing's channel. I will link it below. So let's start. So question number 1, how did my writing go in 2024? Well, honestly, it went really well. I published my first book. I was super happy about that. The first half of the year started off really strong because I had a lot of deadlines to get to a copy editor, to get to a proofreader. I had a lot of deadlines that, quite frankly, I had to keep pushing forward, but having these deadlines made me be like, oh, wow, I really need to write for 2 hours tonight. And I think that is what allowed me to publish my first book in June of 2024. Question number 2 is, what were you most proud of? Again, publishing my first book. It's tiny, but it has been a dream literally since I was 12 to hold my own book in my hands, and I'm super excited. I am getting in my own way. I really just need to get the next 2 books out in the series, but that's why we're here, right? Number 3 is, did you maintain a consistent writing routine this year? What worked? I did. This year, not 2025, last year I did 2024. What worked was having deadlines. Pride. I told a lot of people this book was going to come out in April. That was very unrealistic, but because of that, I was able to make this book come out in June. I had evening writing sessions when I knew that I had no other plans. So I work a full-time job. I'm usually quite tired after that full-time job. My routine is typically to come home, make dinner, take a nap, maybe go to the gym. And then after I take that nap, I don't usually have a lot of energy left. But in this case, I would still take my naps, set alarm for 6:30. And once I'd be awake at 6:30 or trying to groggily get myself to wake up from my nap, it was just a thing that I was going to do, was writing. It was like when I was in university studying for exams, I would study last minute, but I would always make sure that I was studying. Number 4 is, can you make a shift or change in 2025 to create a more consistent routine or support your writing in some way? So I really like this question, and if I'm being completely transparent, 2025 is definitely not starting out as strong as 2024 was. I think I don't have any pending deadlines. I was kind of riding the high of finishing the book in June and just kind of taking it easy, and then also trying to build the book coaching business on the side. So the writing didn't really take a front seat. So if there are any changes, I think it would really just be going back to what worked last year. And a lot of that was evening writing sessions, especially when I knew that my partner would be playing video games anyways. Like 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. was just like guaranteed time. I know I'm not leaving my house past 9 p.m. and I know I'm not going to be really doing much between 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. anyways, other than watching YouTube videos. So that was a really good guaranteed window of time I have available to write. If I wanted to make some changes, I could be more experimental. I could try writing in the morning before my full-time job, use all that brain power in the morning, because sometimes my job does take quite a lot of mental energy. And so having said that, when I come home, maybe I'm not in the best frame to write. But what's really interesting about these writing sessions to me is that after I would finish them, I'd be like, I wonder if that scene would have developed the same way if I wrote this in the morning, or I wonder if that scene would have developed the same way if I wrote this at night. One thing I do really like about writing at night, though, is that I fall asleep thinking about my story and it starts to solidify some ideas. So I think going back to scheduling my writing time is honestly going to be the strongest. I really enjoyed tracking writing sessions. I know a lot of people track word count, and that is helpful, but sometimes I would find that discouraging when I'd be wanting to get 30,000 words on a draft and I'd only be at 5,000, versus if I could just see an ongoing checklist of how many times I wrote in 1 week, that would motivate me to keep writing. Number 5 asks, what are you currently working on? Well, I'm working on book 2 of the New Guide Magic series, aka Connecting Flights. And Connecting Flights is the name of the first book. And I'm happy to say that I finally, opened Act 1, finally have some words in for Act 1. I'm not finished Act 1 yet, but I'm happy to say that it is finally making shape, because I think in September I was like, we really need to start book 2. And then I just kind of got shiny object syndrome with the book coaching business, helping other people with their writing, which is like so exciting and inspires me a lot. But that also takes a lot of energy, which would end up with me neglecting my own writing. And in an ideal world, I would be doing this all full time, working for myself with the book coaching, with the writing, and I wouldn't have an extra 9 to 5. But for right now, my 9 to 5 is supporting all these hobbies that I want, that hopefully turns into a full-time income. So book 2, I have the cover, haven't shared a cover reveal yet. If you've seen other videos, you may have seen like a vision board in the background. So it is there on the internet, haven't publicly announced it. And I honestly forgot the title. Okay, that's the title, but yeah, book 2. Is what you're writing, are you currently happy or fulfilled with what you're writing? Why not? I would say yes. Like, book 2 is about a magical barista school in Prague, without, offering any spoilers. That couldn't be more on brand for what I want to write. It also has cult vibes, which is what I want to write. I do struggle with what genre to put it in, because it's very like Devil Wears Prada, Gossip Girl, LA vibes, but then there is some mystery there. But I wouldn't fully call it urban fantasy or cozy fantasy, because it's not super cozy. I don't know. Anyways, yes, I am happy with what I'm writing. I will be, I need to lean into my voice and defining this as a series. So far, my tagline is, this is a great book for you to read on your next vacation. It's fast-paced, it's fun, it's light. Main character, super self-centered, but she's gonna grow like we all do. What do you want to do more of in your author business? So many things. I would love to make more YouTube videos. I would love to do more book coaching. I would love to do more editing for other clients. What else do I have here? I would love to maybe even open an Etsy store. Basically, anything that I can earn an income from that moves me closer to my goal of completely working for myself. That's what I would like to do in my author business. And I would also like to try my hand at writing more popcorn thrillers, like Frida McFadden, like just those super fast thrillers that, you guessed it, you would read on vacation at a beach. So I'm excited, but again, I have energy right now, and it's energy that I need to continue these hobbies / income sources. Future income sources. Right now, I'm just building up to that. Ooh, another thing I said more of, I said maybe even query one day, but that's so far in the future. But after working with a book coaching client who's planning on querying her first book, hello, if you're watching this, it's just super inspiring and exciting to see, but I don't think right now I have the time or capacity to do that. Next one is, what do you want to do less of or change entirely? I like what I'm doing now. I recognize I don't always have time and energy to do all the things I want to do on top of, just living a normal life outside of social media and writing. But I see myself using Instagram less. I just find I just feel better when I'm not using the app. When I'm not on the app, YouTube is so much more enjoyable to me than Instagram. I don't dread it as much. I really like YouTube. So hopefully Instagram less, and then replace that with TikTok in terms of marketing. Habits to double down on. Number 1, tracking writing sessions. Number 2, having a solid book marketing workflow. Like maybe once every Saturday morning, I sit down and I make my posts. I don't know, it has to be something simple, because I haven't marketed my books other than whatever I say in these videos. Like when I just say, oh, my first book, I haven't really marketed my books outside of the launch. And I know there's a lot more I could be doing with that. And then the third one is balancing client work with my own writing. I have not figured this out yet. I like both of these equally, but they both do take mental energy. So if you figured out how to do that, please let me know in the comments below. Healthy eating and exercise is going to help a lot, because if I'm taking care of myself I will have more energy. And if I have more energy, I will have time to do these things that I love. Some more final thoughts that I wrote down here, and I think I said them already, was definitely more effort in marketing book one. I want to get into using TikTok. Katie Wismer made a really great video on how she markets her books. Again, I don't have a backlist of several books. I just have one book. But maybe if I could just get used to having one TikTok account and posting about one book, that could be a starting point. And I am just so close to completing my book coaching certification with Author Accelerator, like so close. I had submitted all my materials, and then I had to do a revise and resubmit, and I re-recorded a call with a client, and then I'm actually looking at my, oh, and by the way, I finally cleaned my office. I don't know if you've ever seen the old videos and how messy it is, but hopefully that clears up my brain. Yeah, I did the call. And then I have to like revise some outlines. I need to beef up some more comments on someone's draft. And I have to revise an editorial letter on someone's draft. And then, the additional call, I already did that one. So I know it's something that I could probably complete in a day, but I just keep dreading it because I know digging into those manuscripts again is going to take energy. And like, I feel like it's one thing that I'm going to do. And then, if you do one thing like book coaching, that will take away from writing, like completing the certification. I still want to do that, but I'm getting in my own way because I'm like, well, if I write now, I won't have the energy to do this. And if I do this, I won't have the energy to do this. So I think I could probably do a bit of prioritizing. That's what I have landed on. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here today. I'd love to know if you are happy with your 2024 writing goals, or if you feel like you have a lot of changes to make in 2025. And let me know how your author business is going, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to check out these helpful videos for more inspiration on writing and self-publishing, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.